He stood alone at the grave. The last one there. His suit drenched in rain. His heart shattered beyond repair. Billionaire Jack Morgan had just laid to rest the love of his life. Until, out of nowhere, an 8-year-old homeless girl approached him at the cemetery and softly said, "Sir, your wife is alive." He froze. And then she opened her tiny hand, revealing a golden wedding ring that should have been turned to ashes along with his wife. What came next shattered everything he believed to be true. A mysterious bridge. A message from beyond the grave. A powerful father-in-law concealing deadly secrets. And a little girl holding the key to it all. This is not merely a story about grief. It's about survival, betrayal, and how one small voice revealed a truth worth millions. Risking everything for love. What would you do if someone claimed your deceased wife was still alive? Would you trust them or walk away? Stay tuned until the end to witness a reunion you'll never forget, and a twist that will have your heart racing. It was a cold, misty morning at Willow Creek Cemetery in Savannah, Georgia, the kind that clung to your skin, whispering secrets through the fog. The marble headstones stood as silent witnesses while mourners gathered around an elegant grey urn. There were no birds singing. Even the trees seemed to hold their breath. Jack Morgan, a powerful real estate mogul whose face once adorned the cover of Forbes, crumbled beneath a black umbrella. His knuckles were white, gripping the urn said to contain the ashes of his beloved wife, Lily Morgan, who had died just 3 days earlier in a tragic car crash. His tailored suit, soaked in grief, clung to his broad shoulders as if mourning alongside him. "Why her?" he whispered hoarsely, his hollow eyes breaking. "God, why not me?" The cremation had been so swift, barely 24 hours after the accident. Jack's longtime physician, Dr. Eric Dawson, insisted it was necessary due to the condition of the body. "It's for the best, Mr. Morgan," he had said, his eyes twitching, hands too eager. "For your peace and for hers." Yet something about it had never felt right. Across the cemetery, hidden behind a cluster of tall oaks, Maya Brooks, just 8 years old, waited for her moment. She didn't belong there. Not in this world of sleek limousines, designer mourning coats, and cold condolences whispered like rehearsed lines. Her oversized jacket sagged on her tiny frame. Her shoes flapped with each step, and her braid was messy, as if life had tugged at it too forcefully. But her eyes, they held a storm. This was her 4th attempt. Every time before, security had pushed her away, rougher with each occasion. However, today she was resolute. She possessed something no one else did: a truth, a message, and a ring. When the last of the elite guests departed, and Jack remained kneeling by the urn in silent despair, Maya stepped from the trees, trembling as she approached carefully, the wind almost swallowing her small voice. "Mr. Morgan, your wife is alive." Jack's head snapped up, his blood running cold. He blinked at the girl as if she were a ghost from another realm. Her words felt absurd, impossible, yet something in her tone, calm, clear, terrifyingly certain, froze the grief in his veins. Before the 2 remaining security guards could react, Maya extended her small, dirt-covered hand. In her palm lay a gold wedding band. But not just any ring. It was Lily's. Jack staggered to his feet, heart racing, as his fingers trembled, as if poised to touch the past. He reached for the ring. The engraving inside read, "Forever yours, the 12th of June 2010. His breath caught. That inscription was known to no one else. No one but Lily and the old jeweler who had engraved it. Now gone. His secrets buried with him. Where did you get this?" Jack's voice cracked like thunder over ice. "Who gave this to you? Where's Lily?" Maya didn't flinch. "I saw her 3 nights ago under Riverbend Bridge. And she told him everything. I was sleeping under the bridge near the airport." Maya began, her voice soft yet unwavering. "It was past midnight. I heard a car pull up, a black SUV, shiny and expensive. I stayed quiet, but I peeked. There was a man in a black suit and a woman. She looked frightened, like a bird caught in a trap, glancing over her shoulder. Jack couldn't move. She saw me and walked straight over. Her hands were shaking. She gave me a $50 bill and this ring, pressing it into my hand like it was the last thing she could hold on to. Take this to Jack Morgan. She told me at my funeral. Tell him I'm alive. And then she ran back to the car. The man was yelling, Lily, get in the car. It's not safe. Tears burned down Jack's face. He believed her. Just then, as if summoned by fear, Dr. Dawson appeared, walking briskly toward them, his face pale and tense. Jack, he said, attempting a smile. This child is clearly delusional. She probably found the ring in a pawn shop. I'll call child services to handle her. But Jack was not listening. He clenched the ring in his fist, its engraving biting into his skin. You told me her body had no personal effects, that she wasn't wearing any jewelry when you found her. That's correct. Dr. Dawson replied too quickly. Then how the hell does she have this? Jack's voice thundered across the vacant cemetery. Maya's gaze remained fixed on him. Dr. Dawson's hands trembled. Sweat accumulated at his temples. The truth was exposed, and Jack felt it rising like a storm over the Atlantic. It had barely begun. Thanks for watching. Now tell us, if someone informed you that your loved one was still alive at their funeral, would you believe them or walk away? Do you think Maya is telling the truth, or is she merely a pawn in a larger game? What do you think Dr. Dawson is concealing? And why is he so frightened? If you were Jack, what would your next move be? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if this story struck a chord with you, hit that like button, share, and comment. Inside his car, Jack Morgan sat motionless, the gold wedding band still held tightly in his palm, burning against his skin like a truth forged in fire. Outside, the rain began to fall, soft at first, then steady, then unforgiving. Maya sat quietly in the passenger seat, hands folded in her lap, soaked from the cemetery. Her eyes scanned the dashboard, the mirrors, the road, as if she understood exactly how much danger they were both in. Jack started the car without a word and drove away from Willow Creek Cemetery, his mind racing faster than the storm behind them. Do you have anywhere to go? He asked after a long silence. She turned towards him. Nowhere safe. Then you're coming with me. The Morgan estate loomed like a castle from a Southern Gothic novel, gated, massive, cold. It was a place designed to keep the world out. And today, for the first time, Jack realized it had also kept the truth away. As Maya followed him inside, her soaking socks squishing on marble floors, the housekeeper, Annie Blake, appeared in a whirlwind of concern, her eyes widening at the sight of the girl. Sir, who is this child? Jack didn't hesitate. She's staying here, and we need to talk now. He locked the front door. In the warmth of the sitting room, wrapped in one of Lily's old cashmere blankets, Maya sipped hot cocoa while telling Annie and Jack the full story again in perfect, unwavering detail, word for word, emotion for emotion, the same every time. Jack's phone rang. He ignored it. It rang again. Annie picked it up and glanced at the screen. It's Dr. Dawson. Jack's jaw clenched. He took the call. Jack. Dawson's voice was calm, too calm, like a bomb with no ticking. I think we got off on the wrong foot at the cemetery. That girl, she's manipulating you. You're vulnerable. Let me come by and explain. You come anywhere near this house. Jack growled. And I swear, Eric, I'll bury you next to that and you tried to convince me held my wife. He hung up and turned to Maya. Start from the very beginning, he said. Don't leave anything out. The story was almost too cruel to be fiction. Maya's mother had died 6 months ago from cancer. Her father was gone. She'd been living under Riverbend Bridge, scavenging, hiding, surviving. But 3 nights ago, everything changed. She had a look in her eyes. Ma, she said softly, like she'd seen something she wasn't supposed to, like someone was chasing her, and she had nowhere left to run. Jack leaned forward. Did she say anything else? Anything about why she couldn't come home? She tried. Maya whispered. But the man with her, he was tall, clean-cut, in a suit. He called her Eleanor, not Lily. But she turned when he called, as if she was used to it, like she'd been living under that name. Jack's breath hitched, a second identity. Then it hit him like a lightning strike. Gregory Shaw. Lily's father, ruthless, respected, terrifying, and Lily had been working on uncovering discrepancies in his company's financials before the accident. Had she discovered something she shouldn't have? That night, he made 2 calls, one to his private investigator, a man named Trent Keller who owed Jack more than a few favors, and the other to Frank Murphy, his most trusted driver and former Marine, who now quietly guarded more than just doors. By morning, Maya had her own room, a fresh set of clothes, and a silent shadow following her wherever she went. Jack wasn't taking any chances. Then came the next crack in the story. Trent called just before dawn. "Jack," he said, "we've got something. I checked hospital records from the day of Lily's accident. There was another woman admitted that night, no ID. Same general build. Severe burns, died on arrival. The body was claimed within 2 hours by," he paused, "Dr. Eric Dawson." Jack nearly dropped the phone. That same day, Jack received a package with no return address. Inside was a flash drive. He plugged it in. The security footage was grainy but unmistakable. A woman in a hospital gown limping down a corridor, head down. A nurse tries to stop her. She looked up. Lily. The timestamp, 2 days after the supposed cremation. Jack recoiled, hands shaking, heart pounding like a war drum. She had been alive. She might still be. That night, he found Maya sitting in the library, legs curled beneath her on a massive leather chair, quietly sketching something. He walked over and looked down. It was a drawing of Lily as she appeared under the bridge. "You remember her face?" "Every line." He sat beside her. "You risked everything to tell me the truth," he said softly. "Why?" She looked up, eyes too old for her age. "Because she asked me to and wanted. Because I know what it's like to lose someone you love and have no one believe you." Jack felt something shift inside him. This girl, this brave little soul, had carried hope when he had buried his. He took her hand. "We are going to find her. Maya. I promise you that." Thanks for watching. If you discovered someone had faked your loved one's death, would you seek justice or revenge? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you believe Maya and Jack will uncover the full truth, comment "Shockers find Lily" to show your support. 2 days later, under the cover of darkness, Jack Morgan drove a modest blue SUV out of Savannah, Georgia, with Maya beside him, wearing a hoodie and clutching her backpack like armor. Inside, the only thing that mattered was Lily's wedding ring. They were heading to Seaside Haven, an old family property nestled in the cliffs of North Carolina's Outer Banks. It had been deserted for years. A place Jack once envisioned retiring to with Lily. Now, it could be where they found her. Jack had received another encrypted message that morning from Ben Carter, his longtime friend and, until recently, presumed traitor. "She's safe but not for long. We are running out of time." As they neared the villa, tension thickened in the air like the humidity before a storm. The sky had turned gunmetal gray, and the waves below crashed with mounting rage. Ben met them at the gate, eyes shadowed from sleepless nights. His sister Rachel silently following behind with an unreadable expression. "She's inside," Ben said. "But she's not the same." Jack didn't wait. He pushed open the heavy oak door and stepped inside. And there she was, standing by the window in a simple white dress. Her hair shorter, face thinner, but when she turned, "Lily." Jack's world momentarily stopped. Neither spoke. It was as if even the universe was holding its breath. Then, she whispered, "You found me." He crossed the room in 3 steps, wrapping her in his arms. "I never stopped looking," he choked out. They sat together for hours, Jack, Lily, and Maya. Lily explained everything, how she had uncovered a money laundering scheme involving her father, Gregory Shaw, who had used her trust fund and Morgan Industries to mask millions in dirty transactions. When she confronted him, he threatened her life. But the worst part, Eric Dawson helped him. He faked the autopsy, cremated a Jane Doe, and made the world believe I was gone. Her escape had been orchestrated by Ben, who had secretly turned against Gregory once he learned the truth. "I knew I couldn't come to you, Jack," Lily said, her eyes shining. They were watching everything. But I found Maya. I saw something in her. She reminded me of who I was. Brave. Defiant. Maya looked away. Cheeks flushed. Suddenly, a loud bang echoed from outside. Jack rushed to the window. A black SUV. The same model Maya had described. Ben grabbed his radio. They found us. In a flash, Jack turned to Lily and Maya. Go get to the safe room. Rachel will take you. What about you? Lily asked, voice cracking. Jack replied, I'm going to end this. Gregory Shaw stepped into the villa like he owned it, flanked by two men in black suits. He still wore his signature navy overcoat, hair impeccably combed, expression calm. Jack. He smiled. Such a dramatic reunion. You tried to kill your daughter. No. Gregory responded. I tried to save everything she was going to destroy. That's what leaders do. They make hard choices. She trusted you. She was naive. Jack stepped forward, his voice iron. You underestimated two things, her will to live and the little girl you ignored under a bridge. At that moment, a red light blinked on the corner bookshelf. Gregory frowned. You're live streaming to 3 federal servers. Jack said coldly. Everything you just confessed is already out. Gregory's face fell. His guards reached for their weapons. But the front door burst open. Federal agents. Gregory Shaw. You're under arrest. For the first time in Jack's life, he saw the man afraid. 3 months later, the Morgan estate was alive again with laughter, music, and the aroma of cinnamon pancakes. Lily was home. The past behind her. Maya, now officially adopted, had her own room, her own school, and a place where she finally belonged. One morning, Maya sat at the breakfast table holding a small velvet box and handed it to Lily. I think it's time, Maya said. Inside was the wedding ring, polished and shining. Lily looked at Jack. He smiled. And there, under the oak tree in their garden, the three of them held a simple ceremony. No cameras, no guests, just a family renewing vows not only of love but of survival, loyalty, and rebirth. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Lily leaned in and whispered to Maya, You saved me. You saved him. You saved all of us. Maya smiled. You saved me first. How did this story make you feel? Did Maya's courage inspire you? Do you believe that love and truth always find their way back, no matter how dark the path may seem? If this story touched your heart, type the number 100 in the comments to let us know. What country are you watching from? Don't forget to share this story with someone who needs a little hope.